What's up, Journey TV? We back again at it with TyTyler.
What?
What's your
It's
song?
TyTylerTy.
TyTylerTy.
Yeah, it's SEO. So search engine optimized. My little sister actually came up with that. We were riding through Tampa. And She was playing a bunch of music in her playlist. And I was like, damn, look at that artist. Oh, that's a crazy name. And we came up with the idea, like, some people call me Ty, some people call me Tyler.
Oh.
And so she was like, what if you went by TyTylerTy? And so I just typed it in. I typed it into Google and nothing came up. There was like nothing on the internet at all.
So you just basically just got
I was like, that's me. that's me. And I
Ty
hammered
Tyler.
it in. Because I had a period where I was going by Ty J. So it was TyJae.
All right.
And so there's a set list of songs that exists hidden on the internet under Ty J.
Oh, we gotta find that.
Nah, you can't find it.
We gotta find that.
You gotta
we
figure
definitely
it out.
gotta find that shit.
Maybe.
Oh my god. All right, Tyler. So like, introduce yourself. Like, where you from? What you been? What you do?
I'm from Roanoke, Virginia.
All right.
Born and raised. I'm a Virginia boy.
Virginia boy.
What do? I write poetry, I make music, and I serve others, man. I literally just like try to be kind to people. I try to show love.
As much as like when I met you, you seem like that down to earth person, like that's kind of like connected with everything. You meditate and everything like that too?
Yeah, I pray a lot. Talk to God. Like me and like daily. Like daily you gotta talk to God.
I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's a very very big compliment to say I'm down to earth.
No problem.
I feel like I'm in my head a lot. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so
I know what you're saying.
I don't always feel down to earth. It's funny, I was listening to Mac Miller on the way here, and he's got that bar where it's like head in the clouds, feet on the ground. And I was like, what a like poignant picture to paint of like I'm dreaming and I'm elevated and I'm like, you know, imagining new concepts and like and there's an arrogance that comes with having your head in the clouds, because like that's almost like supreme mindfulness.
Yes.
Like I'm so above everything else, like my head's up here,
exactly.
but my feet are on the ground.
Exactly.
And like I'm grounded.
So how do you like find that way to still be humble with it though? Because I don't see you
Am
as
I humble with it?
Yeah, like I don't see you're not like super arrogant with it. Like, you know how like, you know, some people be chauvinistic and they like show off their I'm the shit, but you're not. You're like that, but you're not like that. You're still like that nice type of guy with it.
Wow.
That makes everybody feel welcome.
Wow.
At least that's how, when I met you first time.
That's how you felt.
That's how I felt.
Thank you, bro.
No
I didn't
problem.
know that.
No
yeah,
problem.
I don't know.
Like
I feel like I can get real. I feel like I can get real wrapped up in a moment.
Really?
Like bro. Like real, like, especially going out, because like I low key have social anxiety, so I don't mind being on stage. I love being on stage. Talking to people in front of people is cool. But when it's like, yo, you gotta go be in this room, that tweaks me out, bro. Like when I come in here and y'all are like throwing beer pong and like there's people dancing and there's music and there's people outside, I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? And I get real, like, I can peacock. You know what that is? Where you like, so like they call it peacocking, where like a peacock will show all of its feathers.
Right.
Because like when it doesn't show its feathers, its tail is very thin and small. But when a peacock does its like mating ritual or like feels threatened, it expands its tail. And the whole idea behind a peacock is that all the little circles are to look like eyes. So other animals are like, what is this beast with all the eyes? And like, you know, like men have the propensity to do this a lot. Like we peacock. So when there's a woman that we find attractive or a situation that makes us feel intimidated or threatened, you put on that bravado. You poke your chest out. And you're kind of like, oh shit, like you start dapping everybody up. Like you drop your voice an octave, and you get a little bit like 2-3 decibels louder.
That's true.
And you're peacocking. So I know about me. I like have that in me, and I do that, and it makes me feel more comfortable. Cause like you're like, oh shit, nothing can get me. Right. And, like I feel like a lot of performers do that too. Like when they're on stage, like it's a lot of like, this is who I am.
Yeah, this is me. This is showing, like, you're showing that emotion, that expression, like, I'm the shit right now.
Yeah, here's all y'all saying my name.
Like, fuck that.
Exactly.
All right,
exactly.
I got you.
So I'm glad to hear that it comes across that way, because sometimes when like I like get in my car and I'm like driving home or like going to bed that night and I'm like, I was an asshole all day.
No, bro.
I'd be so worried about that.
It didn't come off across that way. Like when I first met you, like when DJ introduced us and everything, I'm like, man, this guy's cool. Like, you know, you made me feel welcomed and we like talked and I forget what we talked about, but it was like a good conversation and like it just seems like, you know, you try to make people comfortable and just, like, hey, like, get to know them, you're interested and everything like that.
Yeah, I feel like you and I are a lot alike in the sense that you're very inquisitive about other people.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like you seem like someone that genuinely wants to know the people that you're talking to.
I do.
You know?
I do. I love it.
There's a girl we know in common, I won't say no names on the cast, but she and I talked about you, and she was like, yo, like, Nick's really kind, and like he asks a lot of questions.
Oh yeah.
And like you're like, I noticed the first night I met you here and we were talking, I was like, this guy genuinely cares about the people in front of him. So
yeah, because I learned that like as a kid, like I'm growing up, I was very taught to like be very observant to people.
Really?
Yeah. So like,
who taught you that?
My dad.
Really?
Yeah, my dad studied psychology, so like he used it on us. So and therefore we used it on each other and others that we were around.
Oh wow.
So like we were always taught to like be very observant to the people that you're around and like kind of see. So like I can be very observant to people who, all right, I'm gonna fuck with these people, or I'm not gonna fuck with these people. Like, like they don't follow line track of what I'm going. Or these people follow line track, and then like I get curious and like even like when I was younger, I've always had it to where I talk to people and like we could just sit there and just talk. Yeah. And like it's like, oh, I want to get to know you. Like, see, all right, why do you like this? Like, or why not do this? Or da 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 da. It just always interests me. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to make a podcast out of this.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. That's cool. All right, so the name of your podcast.
Yeah, Journey.
Give me the intro.
It's Journey, you know, Journey TV.
Okay.
You know, it's the journey of, like, you know, young people who are creative, but it's not necessarily people who do creative things, but just, like, people's lives. So, like, I had people who are creators, dancers, singers, artists, painters, and people with regular jobs who are working to do this and all this other stuff. So, you know, I want to get a good variety of people to kind of bring it and show, oh, this is the stuff that we're thinking. This is the stuff that we're going through. You know, maybe to help other people who are going through the exact same thing.
That's very cool.
You know, so, you know, trying to make it a little community. But I see you brought me gifts.
Yeah, I did, because I watched the other one. I watched the first episodes and I was like, man, like, every good set needs some greenery. So, got you guys a succulent.
I see.
And I know you're talking about like adding a shelf and everything.
Yes,
here.
Bro.
You can take this anywhere with you. Mild watering. You don't got to do a lot to it.
Okay, cool. Does it need a lot of sunlight?
Nah. Succulents are like notoriously nonchalant.
All right.
Right? Like if you kill this, like do seek help. Like get some therapy. Like, yo, I killed a succulent. Like,
I killed it. Like...
I'm kidding. Disclaimer, sometimes succulents die. It's not your fault. Nah, really, like it's minimal watering. You give it a little drops of water. Do not leave it out here in the sun.
Okay.
Especially with the heat wave coming this weekend.
I got you.
It will cook it. It will cook it.
I'll put that in my room.
Then. Yeah, put it in your room. And bring it out for the cast
and stuff like that.
Yeah, put her back. Yeah. I feel like it's a her.
I know it feels like a her vibe. You know, we gotta give it
a name. Like, you should name her. What are you feeling? What's the name you're feeling? Start with.
Something like with a T or something. Like
really?
That. I feel it's like maybe T a M.
I'm feeling an L.
A L.
An L vibe.
A L.
Like a
Lola.
That's what I was thinking.
Lola could go
like a Lola to me.
Yep, Lola. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. She's your plant. You got to name her.
I know Lola's kind of the vibe though. Lola.
Yeah. What do you think, DJ?
Cameraman.
Lola's nice. I got a close up of Lola right now.
Oh wow.
Matter of fact, yeah.
Let's ask the chat when this goes live.
We gotta
put a little like. What's her name?
Yeah, like who? Like what should be her name?
Yeah.
L, M, or T?
Yeah, does her name start with L, M, or T? Drop it in the chat.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
And then people put it in the comments. You can clip this part, and then they'll tell you. And find out what we named her on the full episode.
Right? Hey, put it like on a Patreon or something.
Yeah. You can pay $1 to find out this plant's name. What the hell?
Hey, people will do shit like that, though. Like, you know, like, if they're buying feet pics for people on OnlyFans, they will buy shit for this. That shit is crazy.
You think so?
I feel like they would.
You would? You would buy feet pics?
No, I would not buy feet pics.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that type of guy.
I was trying to see what you were going to say. I thought you'd be like, of course, brother. Like, all right. Okay, interesting guy. I would not do that.
No, I would not buy feet.
Yeah.
That's a waste of money, bro.
Yeah, okay. Like, especially when you, like, get them for free, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel you.
Exactly.
Same, bro.
So what is this bottle you brought me, bro?
Oh, the bottle I brought you. Okay, so look. This is a bottle of M. Chevalier.
Ooh. All right, so what is M. Chevalier, bro?
It is a $6.49 bottle of Cava from Trader Joe's.
Ooh.
Okay. So Cava is a Spanish sparkling wine. It's the cousin of the Champagne grape from Champagne, the French wine region. Okay. But this is just in Spain. So it's a different price point. So like, you know how like a good bottle of champagne starts at like $40 and ranges up to like $400?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you buy a like $6 bottle of Cava, it's like a $20-$30 bottle of champagne. If you buy a $20 bottle of Cava, it's like a $120 bottle of champagne. So like Cava is the way to go. There's a one of my favorite bottles is Frisianet. It's $11.69 most places. Used to be $9.98, but damn Biden taxed and raised everything. Okay. So if you go with the Frisianet, it's like a matte black bottle. It's much drier than this, but it tastes like a $60-$70 bottle of champagne. What? Yeah.
Okay, you just really put me on game because, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never tried champagne.
Really?
No,
dude, I love champagne.
I've never tried champagne. Look, I'm more like I was more like a liquor guy. Like Kenny got me into wine, and DJ, and then now you're getting me to champagne.
Yeah, bro. So, in college, I started running around with a bottle of champagne. Like I would get a cheap bottle of champagne. Yeah, I also belong to a society where our like drink ironically was Andre, which is like the cheapest champagne you can get. And so it was like back when it was like $4 or something. And so we were like, that's when they wrote it into our charter as like our societal drink is champagne because it's a like high class like look thing. Style. And we were like, but it's funny if in our high class we're like buying the cheapest thing you can get. And so but we genuinely enjoyed it and we loved it. And I was like, wait, if I like this, do I like the things that cost something? So I started in college, I started drinking champagne. Now I was like, I ran around calling myself Champagne Tea. And all of 2016, 2017 to like probably like right post-pandemic, I'd pop out to every show that I did, but it's a little duffel bag that I actually got from my grandmother. And it had an extra outfit, a t-shirt, Sharpie, a pen, maybe my Polaroid camera, a bottle of Hennessy, and a bottle of champagne.
A bottle of Hennessy and a bottle of champagne.
That was it. That's all that was in there. And so I love champagne. What up, little buddy?
Charlie always wants to be in the videos, bro.
Yeah, famous.
He's gonna be my mascot.
Yeah.
Needs to be.
Has to be. Yeah, so bro, this is Cava, it's a brute. You want to chill, you can stick it in some wine, in a bucket of ice, spin it like ice and water, throw a little salt in there. It's an old restaurant trick. Get it
nice and chilled?
Yeah, nice and chilled really quick.
All right.
Really chick. Well, actually, it's hot as hell out here, so really we can just pop it and like pour it in the glasses if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I don't have champagne glasses, but we got margarita.
We got margarita glasses.
So we're gonna make it do what it do.
Fancy little flutes.
Exactly.
I gotta ask for ADD purposes. Is Charlie covering his mic? Or is it still tracking?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I feel like if I lean up, I'm not gonna mess the mic up, am I?
Oh no.
Cool.
Good.
Charlie was fine.
Oh,
that.
what a kid. Does he want some champagne?
Yeah, should we give Charlie some champagne, chat? Like
Charlie. Hey, should we give Charlie some champagne?
All right, bro. So like, give us some context. Like, why do you do music? Like,
Dude,
what started it?
What started it? Okay. It goes back. I was real young.
Okay.
Like real young. I remember like my first interaction with rap music was Country Grammar by Nelly.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That was my shit too with my mom.
Yeah,
Yes.
with my mom.
Yes.
My mom would play that, and then my mom would play it and be like, "Oh, I can't," and turn it off. But if I was riding in my dad's car, which was just like white, I think it was a white Ford truck, like real small, like small cab. He didn't turn it off, so you play it, and I'd be like, "Oh, I like this. Like, I like this beat. I like the speed," and I learned it. And then he would play Clint Eastwood by the Gorillaz, which is the first song that, like, one of the first songs I learned to rap all of. Oh yeah, when you take the cage off of champagne, like some people like that get ADD. You take the cage off. This is the cage, and it pops, and they're like, everyone's scared. It's because this is like very pressurized. Very pressurized. So, always pour your guests first, bruh.
Okay.
And I'm a guest in your house. I'm a guest in your house, but I brought the gifts, so this is to you.
Right, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Ooh. My boy DJ, that's to you. Appreciate y'all having me, famo.
I know, we appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's love. It's love. Cheers, y'all. You want to get a shot of the cheers over the succulent?
Yeah.
Do it for
over Lola, possibly.
Over Lola? Yeah. Cheers. That's Sirski.
Oh, that is really good.
Yeah, bro. Get a little crisp pear and apple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Help yourself.
That's like a vibe. You could just,
bro. I love it. I love sipping champagne.
Wow.
Cava. Very comfortable. So I'm really into the this Clint Eastwood verse by the Gorillaz.
Right.
And I'm rapping. And I'm rapping that. I'm rapping Country Grammar. I'm learning a couple other rap songs. My dad's putting some stuff on. I have a cousin named Chris, who he's a rapper. And I like kind of knew this. I was kind of like, kind of understanding that. He came around. I was like, all right, this is kind of dope.
Right.
And my dad was a published poet. So I really struggled to learn how to read when I was a kid. I didn't fully learn how to read until I was 10 years old. Okay. So, and I later in college, it wasn't until I'm like 22 that I learned I had a learning disability. Okay. Which makes it hard for me to recognize patterns. So I'm struggling to learn to read. It's very hard for me. I finally get the grasp of it, and the first thing I do is read the dictionary. So I read the dictionary cover to cover. Really? Like, it was just like, I can read words. Bro, because I knew what it was like to not read words. I knew what it was like to look at a board with words on it or open a book.
And be like lost.
And I don't know what this is. Right. And so once I finally got it down, I was like, well, I'm just going to go to where all the words are. So I read the dictionary. And it was, that changed everything for me. So I'm like experiencing rap around the time that I'm learning. Those songs were pre-learning the dictionary. And so I'm like, oh, I like this a lot. And something happened, I was really upset. And I remembered my dad telling me like the way to cope with your emotions is through writing. Like writing is a tool. It's like a sword. You can write to like process how you feel. So I'm like, I remember I got in like some like childhood argument with my childhood best friend. And I had one of those notebooks, the black and white, what are they called?
The composition books?
Composition books.
Yes.
And I went in the bathroom, I like slammed the door, and I had my little pen, and I like sit on the floor and open my composition notebook, and I'm like writing. Right. And I wrote this poem about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X and Rosa Parks.
Really?
Yeah, it was like something about like they left us too fast or something like that.
Okay.
I'm like 9, 10. And then I just started writing poems about like what I was seeing. Like that was the first one I remember writing and sharing with him and be like, I wrote this poem.
Right.
And then I just started writing and writing and writing. And one day, in 3rd or 4th grade, a classmate of mine named, was it Damien? I can't think of his last name. Opens my notebook and he's like, you rap? And he was like, all these rhyme. I was like, no, I'm a poet. Like, I'm not a rapper.
Right.
And he was like, nah, you could rap these. And he started rapping my poems. And so then I started doing it. I was like, oh, wait, I could rap. And I was like, I do like these songs that are rap.
Right.
And so I just started rapping. I would do like little like performances on the playground.
Okay.
And like we had this thing called TyTylerTy, where we like ran around pretending to shoot a TV show, and one of the segments was me rapping.
Really?
Yeah, it was fun as hell. And so I just got into like doing that all the time, and then I was like rapping, playing football, and like freestyling on the bus, you know, like bus trips, like in and out of town, on the track bus. And one day my buddy Trey Noel calls me, and he's like, hey, see if your mom or dad will bring you over to my mom's. I found my brother's old webcam mic, and I got Audacity, and I know how to get instrumentals off of YouTube. Let's make a mixtape.
And you still have this mixtape, by the way?
And so immediately I'm like, let's go. My dad takes me. We went and we cut 3 tracks.
Okay.
And then we went to a Salem Red Sox game, which is like the minor league in my hometown.
Right.
And the next weekend over there, we cut 3 tracks, and they were just freestyles. And then I wrote a song and had picked out the instrumental and like wrote to it and timed it out. And I was like, I want to do this. I want to like get it right.
Right.
And we put these songs on a mixtape, and it was called the Black Mixtape. He's white. I'm biracial. I have no reason. Don't know why we called it the Black Mixtape. Thought that was hilarious. And my dad, rest in peace, may or may not have been burning a bunch of DVDs at the time. So we had like several burners. And I was like, let's make a bunch of copies of this hoe. So we made like 50 copies of this CD, the Black Mixtape.
Okay.
And ran around school handing them out. And they were like, I'll never forget. I was a freshman in high school, and a senior, one of the guys on the varsity squad was like, yo, I got your tape. He was like, man, 4 of them songs is straight bullshit. But that last one is it. And it was over, one of the beats off of Drake's first album, Thank Me Later. It wasn't Fireworks. I'm trying to remember. I remember writing it. It took me like a night and a half to write it.
Was it Marvin's song? Maybe?
It wasn't. No, that's off Take Care.
Oh, yeah, Take Care.
So this, I forget. It's the one that Jay-Z's on that one.
Oh.
And so, with silly rap views trying to distract you in the skies of a form of a favor. I was like, I love this beat. And I was like, I got to rap to this. And I wrote to it. And we would be leaving school. I'd be in my dad's car, windows down, and hear people playing my mixtape. And I never forget that high that I felt. And so a couple weeks passed, and it was getting a couple months passed, and my dad was like, what do you want for Christmas? And I was like, a laptop and a microphone. And he was like, no. And I was like, no, I need a laptop and a microphone. Like, I can't keep recording it on Audacity.
Right.
Like, I can't keep waiting to go to Trey's house. And like, he fell out of it. Like, I love Trey to death. Like, still my brother, like, offered to live at his house when I'm moving home.
Right.
And he was like, nah, bro, like, I don't really want to record this weekend. And I was like, well, I got this notebook full of songs,
like,
and this catalog of beats.
Like,
so
I'm ready.
What do we do? And my dad bought me a laptop for Christmas and got me Cakewalk and an introductory microphone. And I was 14 years old, 15 years old.
Okay.
And he was worried about like the trajectory that it would take me with music, and what that would look like. And I did some songs and he wasn't feeling them. And I recorded this song called Sunday After Church. And I'll never forget playing it for him. He was like, all right, what have you been making? And I played it for him in the car, and he was like, he like teared up. And I'm still sitting in the back seat, bro. Like, I'm young. And he's like looking in the mirror. Pretty sure I was in the back seat. Maybe Gabrielle was up front, my little sister. He was like, all right, that's it. He was like, whatever you need from me, you got it. And that was that moment where I was like, all right, I'm gonna do something with this.
Yeah.
And so I did it ever since. A couple years later, I headlined a local band festival. I did this thing called the Henry Street Festival, like in front of like 3,500 people.
Right.
And then I went on to the NAACP National Talent Competition, won 3rd place in the nation for spoken word poetry, which is another passion of mine. Like, I'm really big on the poetry. And music kind of took a back burner when I was getting my government degree.
Okay.
Studying political philosophy, government with a minor in public service. And then when I graduated college, my father was very sick. He had prostate cancer. So I was facing this decision of
like where to go.
Yeah, where to go.
What's the kind of point?
Action.
Yeah.
How we look?
Want some more kava?
Back up a little bit. There you are. Appreciate you, chef.
Welcome, chef. Cheers, cheers. Would you like some more, my boy?
Oh yes, I would love some more, bro.
We have a Michelob.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, you need to Michelob? I got you, bro.
And that boy Michelob.
Yeah, we're booting up right now, guys.
Appreciate it.
Booting up. That's the
boot up.
That's something else. That's something else, man.
In 2 minutes, you guys have a shot.
We have a shot?
Yeah.
Oh. Cheers, brother.
No. Spilled some.
Oh, it's all good. You're supposed to pour some out for the homies anyway.
Right?
Right. Okay, my brother.
For the homies.
For the homies.
That was disrespectful as hell. I'm so sorry.
You're good, bro.
I be doing that shit in people's houses. Like, if you tell
in
me
the house.
Inside is crazy.
What's gonna happen?
It's crazy.
You gonna kick me out?
This is,
Yeah, hey,
house
then
on the
pour some
floor.
out for the homies. Like, what? I only feel bad because they don't get in the dirt for them.
Right.
That's the only thing. I feel more like upset about the deceased. Bro, you got a mop. Clean your shit up. If you ain't got a mop, that's your fault for being uncivilized. And having me in your crib, like, I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
You met me? Bro, I think one of my favorite things about being hella kind and polite, I'm not gonna say this, you're gonna cut this part out. You can low-key like just do shit afterward. People like, that was crazy you did that.
Right.
And everyone's like, oh, okay.
Oh my
I'm so
god.
serious.
All right, bro. So I listened to your music, bro. And
Okay.
Like I could tell like you're from what you just told me. I could tell like you're a storyteller.
Okay.
With your songs. Like
Thank
I could tell like the huge difference from 2018 to now. Like the storytelling in your songs is amazing, bro. Like,
Thank you.
Look, I'm gonna play my favorite song of yours, bro.
Really?
Like, yes,
Oh, shoot.
yes, bro. Look, this is my favorite song.
Yeah. Let me set the tone for this right here.
Like, this is my favorite one. Hope this saves you?
When I speak. You like this one the most?
I love this one the most. Like, I like this one, and right after, Cancer Sun.
Okay.
Like, that one was hard.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you.
That one was hard. And I listened to your new one that you dropped, bro. Wildfire?
Yeah.
That was hard,
Wildfire
too.
is fun. So I'm gonna tell you this song.
Okay.
All the proceeds from this song actually go to men's mental health and awareness.
Really?
So every I don't own a single cent of this song.
Okay.
Lo-Fi Lenny, the producer, he doesn't own a single cent of this song.
Okay.
We gave away 100% of the royalties to Movember, the organization in charge of Men's Mental Health Awareness Month in November.
Really?
Yeah, so they raise awareness for prostate cancer, helping men get resources to battle prostate cancer, and raising stuff for raising mental health awareness and resources. So this song is literally about my battle with depression, bro. Like, really, and like my faith, and like feeling like I really be feeling like I call out to God, and He's like,
right.
And I'm like, I know He doesn't feel that way, but it feels that way to me.
To you, and you like trapped, and you're like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So like, how was that mindset in that time in making this song?
Horrible.
I feel that.
Like low, like sad. Like my voice, like I literally listen back to this. I'm like, was I crying? This is a song I don't remember recording, by the way.
Really?
So I have several songs where I don't remember recording them.
Okay.
They were just finished. It's like I was writing and then it was done.
Okay.
And that's it. And so this is one of those. And it's very honest and very real.
No, I can feel that. Like I can feel when I listened to it, I could tell like the emotion that you were going. Like you meant every word you said. How like when I hear you rap, it's like a vibe rap. Like you could just sit there, you just think, and you just vibe. And like if you having like a hard day, I'll play your shit. Just vibe out to it, and just like all right, just boom to it. I'm like, yeah, that's the shit.
That means a lot to me, bro.
No problem.
That means a lot to me. I appreciate that a lot because like I put a lot of heart and emotion into it. And I like really do try to craft my verses to mean something.
Yeah.
And this is one of those ones. This is one of those ones that I like really like put thought into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could feel that.
And it's got like a message for people, so it means a lot to me that you resonate with it.
Yeah, it did. Like when I played it, bro, like I was just like, cause like in this time period, I am going through like a little depression.
Yeah.
Because like with my previous relationship and like I had to leave all of that behind and all that other stuff, and like you're leaving now, Charlie. And like going through it, like discovering who I am, and what I want to do and stuff like that. So like when I heard this, I'm like, bro, I felt it. I'm like, man, I feel this. Like,
dang, I'm sorry you're going through that. What do you do to combat your depression?
I meditate. I meditate. I reflect, and I journal.
What is your meditation?
Well, I try to get closer to God. I was raised in church Baptist. As a kid, I didn't really, as growing up, I didn't really go back to it. I go towards it sometimes, not as much as I should.
Yeah.
But then, like, I kind of like meditate and like reflect within myself and like sit there and just be like, all right, Nick, what are we doing? Or how are we moving? Probably you're hitting the mic. Or how are we moving? What are we trying to do? And like just reflect on what I did and my decisions.
Yeah.
And just kind of see like, not to see if it's right, because obviously I made that decision. I can't go back on that decision.
Yeah.
Just kind of cope with that decision in a way that like I can accept it.
Yeah.
Like I have to accept this, and I feel like a lot of like men don't accept their previous like decisions. So then that they're still in that mindset of that decision, and they're still stuck in that mindset instead of accepting it and just moving past it.
Right. So, and that either leads to like beating yourself up or creating a like bad habit, right?
Oh yeah.
Like you just keep like making that what you've deemed to be a mistake again and again.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. I think meditation is dope. And the Bible talks about meditation, right?
Yeah.
Like may the words of my mouth and meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. That's my church's benediction. Okay. So like that's the verse that leads us. Okay. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, my Lord, my strength, and my Redeemer. I think it's Psalms 94. Psalms 91. It's interesting, bro. I learned this about the Bible. So in the time that a majority of the Bible was written, they didn't have a word for brain or mind. So like your heart, your soul, and your throat are the same thing. Oh, and they mean my mind. So like may the words of, and you can use it now to mean both, right? So like we pray for the spirit of interpretation. Right. So you can go like, may the words of my mind and meditations of my heart and mind, may the words of my mouth and meditations of my heart and mind be acceptable in thy sight. So like, what am I working with in here and what am I working with in here? And can they align with you? Because like we are supposed to meditate. That's just repetitive and intentional thought.
Exactly.
So like, God, let these things line up with you and with what you want. You know what I'm saying? So I think meditation's a good way to deal with that. Have you ever heard of what's called a practice?
No, what is that?
So my therapist put me onto this. He was like, as a creative and as a man, you should have a practice. Every person should have one. And it's what they do to deal with relationship with self. Okay. So like something that Marcus Aurelius talks about a lot is man's relationship with self. And Jesus even takes this because he talks about the light that is within you and Jesus within you, within self. And so there is a part of us that is driven to look inside and deal with inside and find the pieces of God that exist in here. A practice allows you to cut through the BS. Okay. So some people meditate as a practice. All right. So a practice is a repetitive, intentional action that one commits daily. All right. Okay. So like, you wake up every morning, first thing you do is meditate. Right. That's your practice. Okay. I used to run. Before I got this foot injury, I run every morning. No music. And it's me, myself, the trail, and God. Okay. That's it. I'm out there. No music, nothing. I'm not writing. I'm not like trying to be productive. I'm not trying to come up with anything. Sometimes poems come up, daydreams come up, thoughts, worries, fears, prayers. You just let all of that out. It's your practice. I write too as a practice. So like if I have I told you I'm like anxious about my phone. I mean, but if I had my notepad, I would show you. I have one that's just me writing. I just write. And then I have one that is like whatever project I'm working on. I wrote a whole book on my phone. Like, really? Yeah, bro. Published it, the whole thing. But it was all from like, I do my practice, and in my practice, I get an idea. I take that idea, I expand upon it, and I put it in this note that ended up being the book. Wow. But like, I wouldn't have had that had I not had the practice, right? Exactly. And so like, people say perfect practice makes perfect, but practicing practice makes perfect. Exactly. You got to just practice, keep doing it daily.
And see, that's what I've been trying to do. Like, I literally meditate. I try to meditate every morning and every night before I go to sleep.
That's nice. That's good.
Yeah, just to kind of keep that in practice. And now, I want to try to work in like working out and doing all that other stuff. Just kind of,
build upon it.
Keep going.
Something that helps me is challenges. Right. And I had this conversation with Sajad, another local artist here. He does his thing where he gives himself a 10-day challenge. Okay. And he's like, I got these 10 days to do this thing. And then like, I think what he was saying is like, if it works, he incorporates it into his lifestyle. Okay. But if it doesn't, the whole thing of like a challenge is you gain a skill. Right. And then you complete something which boosts your confidence and builds the muscle of discipline. It's like, I wake up with these thoughts in my head, and the other day was like, the hardest part of discipline is getting started and staying consistent.
It is. Yep.
You just got to get after it. You just got to be like, all right, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to keep doing this thing. And I'm going to keep doing this thing.
Just keep going and keep
going until when? Until you're satisfied.
Yep.
And some of it is finding satisfaction in the continuance. Yeah. That's what we're looking for.
And that's like that was my dad's biggest thing. That was his number one. Be consistent with it. Whatever you start. Yeah, whatever you start, be consistent with it. He's like, if you're consistent with it daily, it's gonna go into your routine.
That's big.
It's gonna keep going. He's like, that's his number one thing. He's like, fuck the bullshit. Be consistent. Even like with grades. Like I can have in like high school or anything, I can have like an 89, 85, 92, 93. He's like, you're not consistent. Why aren't all of these 93s or 95s? 100? Yeah, so basically like it was just, he wanted me to be like very consistent. So like I could have like grades that are like 85, 89, 93, 95. He's like, you're not consistent. Oh, like, like he was like, this isn't consistent. You have to be consistent. Why aren't all of them A's? Like, why aren't you like 93, 94, 95? Like, you got to show more consistency. So he really drilled that into us.
Okay.
So like that was his biggest thing, was consistency and like discipline.
That's it. What's your dad's name?
His name is Tony.
Tony. Yes. Shout out to Tony.
His name is Tony.
Tony and consistency, bro. Cheers. Now my only question. Well, cheers. 7 years, bro. 7 years. You're right. Oh. My only question, like, when we look at consistency,
right?
A lot of people, like, I've been giving myself a lot of grace lately. Okay. So, like, I had a 60-day challenge, 60 days before my birthday. I was very, like, audacious at the start. I want to write for an hour. I'm going to do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups,
every day,
100 crunches, like, and then I'm going to at least run a mile. And, like, I did all the physical stuff but didn't write. And, like, I'm out of touch with writing because I'm, like, afraid of who I am.
Why are you afraid?
I got a whole fear complex. This is going to turn into therapy. But I gave myself some grace because I was very consistent on one thing for 30 days.
Yeah.
And the last 30 hit, and I was like, okay, it's time to make improvement. So I've been consistent, and now I need to improve my consistency.
Yeah.
And so, like, I failed the second day of my challenge. I didn't do none of what I was supposed to do. And there's a time where I would have been like, well, F it. That didn't work. But I didn't, bro. I just, like, the next day was like, do 25 extra everything and write an extra verse. And I did, bro. And, like, I'm telling you, like, consistency is key, but grace is essential. And, like, getting into, like, I'm going to let myself fail.
But do you feel like, because I feel like some people do this, I feel like people give themselves too much grace.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll say, like, you know, like the New Year's shit, oh, I'm going to go work out now this year, or I'm going to go do this. And then they're like, well, I didn't do it. So, you know, I'm going to give myself grace.
Yeah.
You know, they keep saying that.
No,
so, like, how do you regulate that?
You got to, like, get a little... okay, so I get criticized, and I mean, like, from my...
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I don't mean to cut you off, but director says, shot o'clock. We're drinking Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey.
Amen. Drink of the summer right here.
Exactly.
We are not sponsored by Tennessee Honey
yes.
yet.
Exactly. Yes.
This is not a paid ad, but it could
be. You know, Jack Daniels, you know, show some love, you know.
Could be. Hey, shout out Shabuzi. Me and Jack Daniels got a history.
Oh, for real?
You know that song? Wait, you know the song Tipsy?
Yes.
Bar song?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Jack Daniels got a history. That shit's hard, bro. Yo, you know what's crazy? So that song was going dumb. And my sister asked me, she was like, yo, do you like this? And I was like, I haven't listened to it. She was like, why don't you like it? You're anti-black. Because I love Zach Bryan. And I was like, I'm not anti-black. Like, I was having a day when it dropped, this whole thing. But my dad used to be like, bro, whoever cracks the code between putting country and hip-hop together is him. And I didn't believe it. This is pre-Lil Nas X. This is pre-Shabuzi. I mean, I'm talking like my dad was like in chemo 2017. And maybe prior to that, like healthy, like talking to me about like, you got to put the country and the rap together. And I wrote this song about like fishing in my Jeep over a trap beat. And I'm like, what would have happened if I dropped that? Like, what would have gone?
That one probably went. That
went dumb. I gotta go hard drive diving now. But like, Shabuzi's from Virginia, so shout out Shabuzi, shout out Virginia, shout out Jack Daniels. We got a history, bro. And this is to being black and creative in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Shot o'clock, baby.
Shot o'clock.
Cheers. Ooh, I like that. Too smooth.
Ooh, I love Jack Daniels. It's my favorite.
Yeah, that's good. I haven't had that in a minute. You think some people giving themselves too much grace and end up being like douchebags?
Yes.
Like you don't hold yourself. You're like,
they don't hold.
I
I feel like some people don't hold themselves to accountability. Like they don't take accountability for what they said they do and not do it.
Yes, chef.
And then like they blame others that do it and then benefit after it.
Yeah, because it's so easy to be a hater.
Exactly.
It's so easy to hate on people having success. And I feel like a lot of times, I know this for myself, I was hating on their success because I was hating the fact that they were consistent and I wasn't.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I've done that too. It's like, damn, like, but like, I know when I've done it, I look back at myself and I'm like, you know, you're bullshit. Like,
yeah.
Like, you're bullshit. Like,
yeah.
You're bullshit. Like, I know.
I enjoy distractions too much. Like, as a creative, I'm like, oh, oh man, I'm driven, I'm working, I like write a book, I do an album. I've only released one album.
I know, I saw that.
Now, my cousin put an album together of tracks that I sent him. Called Boy Meets World. Shout out Davion, Odi Omar. He was like, yo, you realize you got an album? I was like, no, like some of these are demos. He said, no, bro, this is an album. And he put that whole together, and like that was so big for me because I was like, I can't let him see my hard drive. Like I can't let him if he's gonna just piece together the tracks.
Now I want to know what's in your hard drive. Like I know you have some bangers in there.
Pardon my language, I got some bullshit in there. Like I follow this concept that you create what you want to create, and you just make what you want to make. I went through, I created this sound chain of different plugins, and I did like screamo rap, like alternative.
I feel that.
I will gladly play it for you when we cut the mics and the cameras. But that stuff will never see the light of day.
I feel like you should still with the vibe stuff, bro. Like,
yeah, dude. I just like follow whatever I want to do, bro. And like that right now, I don't want to do anything.
Okay.
And I'm in this place where it's like, all right, I want to say something, but I'm like, I turn on a beat and I'm like,
not right now.
Not right now. Now my notepad is deep.
I feel that.
My notebooks are deep.
I feel that. You're just not ready to say it yet.
I don't want to say a word. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel that. So, like, what's next? Like, you're doing AppFest?
I'm not. I was supposed to. I got the app. I didn't. I filled out my entire application and didn't submit it. Inconsistent. Beating my butt, like kicking my own butt for it, bro, because I'm very upset. I wish I was doing AppFest. I am working AppFest in 2 capacities. So I'm a brand ambassador for a local clothing company. Okay. So I'm going to be at their tent all 3 days.
Okay. I'll pop by.
And, yeah, please do. Please pop out. I also have a promo code. The company is called Color of Heat. Okay. Majority women owned. A woman named Catherine Watley is their lead designer.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to Color of Heat. She's a great woman, great family, great company. I love her. Her mom and dad, amazing people. They welcome me into their home, welcome me into their business, and I do sales and ambassadorship for them. I do have a promo code, which is my artist name, TyTylerTy. So if you go on to the Color of Heat website and you put in TyTylerTy, you get a surprise discount. I'm not gonna tell you how much it is. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But it is a good amount. I know people that know good amount. It's a good amount off. And you go on, tap in with that, put my name in, and you can get some off the clothes. It's 100% sustainable. Okay. Closed loop, zero waste. So we have a buyback program. So like if you're done with our clothes and you want to send them back to us, we'll buy them. We don't let anything go to the landfill. We literally make little flags out of our scraps. And anything that can't be made into that is stored up in a room to repair and mend items that are sent to us to fix. You cover the shipping, we will fix it for you. Send it back free of charge.
That's cool. See, Tyler, this is what I mean. You're like a down-to-earth person. Everything
it's equitable. This isn't my company. This is their company. I have nothing to do with this.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, everything that you're involved in is like not like to help people.
I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed to be put in positions to meet people.
And that's amazing that you choose to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like you you're like a person that just wants to help others.
Yeah, literally. My tagline is, "How can I help you?"
We don't get too many people like that nowadays.
We don't.
Thank you, fam.
We don't.
You don't, bro. But like that's why I rock with y'all. Like you the same way at work. What you need, chef? Like literally today, I was down in the dumps, like angry, like too much going on, and DJ looks at me like, "What do you need, bro?" Like you're that kind of guy too. That's why I rock with y'all.
Oh yeah.
I would have passed on this if y'all weren't good. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not saying I'm like the ultimate like discerner of character, because I've been in some places with some people and looked around like I shouldn't be here, but like I appreciate that, man. Like
no problem, bro.
You just gotta do what's good.
All love.
They're also fully equitable. Okay. So they pay all of their employees a living wage, and they work with garment designers in Thailand.
Really?
The fabric is sourced in Thailand and sewn there or brought over. So my sister just got a pack from them that she's going to be wearing at the Hollywood Climate Summit next week. So Gabrielle's in the creative and educational environmental space. So she's going to the Climate Summit in Hollywood for the collective she belongs to, EcoTalk. Okay. But she'll be wearing Color of Heat there. Bill Nye is going to be there. Jane Fonda.
Okay, Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, yeah.
Bill Nye, the science guy. Oh my God.
You want to know funny? Do you ever have sleep paralysis?
Sometimes, yes.
Do you have like a specific demon that is your like sleep paralysis demon?
Yes, I do.
What does it look like?
Mine's. Okay, I feel like I have two of them.
Heard.
Okay, so like mine's will be. Mine's come in the shape of animals.
Oh shit, that's terrifying.
So mine's come in the shape of, I've always had like a reoccurring dream. It comes like sometimes two times a year where I see a snake.
Okay.
Right, and I looked it up, and that's supposed to be, it's supposed to mean like some value or something is coming towards you or something like that.
Okay. Optimistic.
Yeah, so it's that one, and then like I also have another one that comes to the form of me of like a dragon in a sense.
That's kind of hard.
But that one scares the fuck
out of me. Are you like chosen for a quest?
I don't know. I
that's big.
I hope so. Like
you should have like more sleep paralysis to see what the dragon tells you.
Exactly. I mean, I hope so. Shit, like.
I love that.
But no, what about you?
Yeah, I will not elaborate on this. I had sleep paralysis in Miami.
Okay.
And was visited by a yellow-eyed demon, a demonic version of Mrs. Claus, and a 7-foot-tall Bill Nye. And I'm gonna end that right there. I'll tell you that story later, but like, I have a demonic sleep paralysis Bill Nye that torments me. So Gabrielle's gonna meet him next week at the Hollywood Climate Summit VIP dinner,
right?
And that'll like tell us like timestamp when this podcast was done. And she has vowed, so if she gets the chance to meet Bill Nye, she's gonna tell him the story.
My brother has
a sleep paralysis demon. So that's cool. So she's gonna be wearing Color of Heat at the Hollywood Climate Summit next week, and I'll be working at their booth all weekend at AthFest. And I'm also a certified bartender. So I'll be bartending, I think, the Wicked Weed tent and the main stage tent. So I don't get to perform, which is depressing as hell. I love to be on stage. I effed it up, bro. That's me. I tried to get on a couple of sets, and it just didn't work out. So, it is what it is, whatever. I'll audition next year, come back down and do it. But yeah, bro, like, I kicked myself in the butt about that. And I had a breakdown at one point because I was like, damn, like, you set this whole year to be about music, and you're going to be at AthFest as a bartender, as you're like the thing that supports your dream, not your dream. Like, are you an idiot?
Right.
And it was like like, I believe in these things called physical metaphors, I call them.
Yeah.
And it's like a physical metaphor of like, look what you're doing. Yeah. Like, you're not putting enough emphasis on what you want. You're like doing what comes easy.
Yeah, you're taking the easy route, not the most treacherous hard route.
Yeah. So and I'm not gonna lie, bro, that's heavy. Like, when we talk about the depression, we talk about the frustration and anxiety. That's big, and I got to deal with that.
No, and I feel like men don't talk about it enough. Mm-hmm. Like when you said that song that I love so much goes to like men's mental health. That means a lot because like people do not give a fuck about men.
Yeah.
Or their mental health. It's like you're supposed to provide, suck it up, keep going.
Yeah.
All right, that might have worked in the 50s. That might have worked now, but like
it's not the same.
It's not the same. Like I feel like most of the suicidal rates is men.
It is. It's predominantly men. Every 60 seconds we lose a man to suicide.
Exactly.
Bro, I said in that song, I said, I got some thoughts I pray I never get the strength to carry out. I hate the fact that someone felt that bar. I'm right there with you and I don't even know who you are. And I sent that to one of my mentees when I was a substitute teacher. I met this kid who wanted to be an artist, and I got him plugged in with some people, some like studio people in my city.
Right.
And he had this song that was like, the chorus was like, I'm crying alone on the bathroom floor. I don't want to be alive no more. And I was like, damn, bro. I like sobbed in my car like after he sent me that. And I was like, shit. And I sent him a song back, and he's like, I'm crying. I'm glad you know how I feel. And I was like,
I know that meant a lot.
I was like, bro, like, I could cry right now, like, think about it for real. But, like, that's the beauty of music, bro.
Yes.
You know, something I don't understand, speaking of music and, like, bars that we feel, is when Bob Marley said, one thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain. And I'm like, what do you mean, Bob? Like, when music hits, I be feeling a lot of pain.
I don't know. It could be like a double entendre, like
when the bass hits.
I don't know. It could mean something different. Like when he like metaphors like you feel no pain, it could be more of a physical aspect than a mental.
Okay. Well, sure. Okay. I can see that. I always feel about that, like, think about that bar when we talk about feelings of pain and like and suffering.
But you know, Bob Marley was all about he was using his music to bring people together.
Yeah.
So like he was taking a different aspect of music.
Yeah.
He was like trying to bring everybody, a culture, and everybody together.
Yeah. Ultimately, bro,
that's happiness.
That's like the dream. That's what I like to do. A lot of people tell me they're like, I smoke to your music. And it's funny because I'm not a stoner anymore. But I used to be. And I'll never forget one of my best friends, Floyd Johnson. Shout out Floyd Johnson. Was like, as a freshman, we met and we were yapping and like we were like smoking in somebody's dorm. I'll never forget. He took a fat rip off the bone. It was like, Tyler, what do you do? And he's a black dude, but he was like always with the like frat white dudes. So sometimes like that bravado comes out in his voice. So Tyler, what do you do? And I was like, I'm like high as hell. 19. I'm like, I'm a rapper. He's like, oh, Tyler the rapper. You got any music you can play? And I put on. I had this song called Feel Good. I love that. It's actually gas. Like I went back and yeah. I'll play it for you. I went back and played it. It was like, what the hell? This song is good. And I remember playing it for them and them being like, yo, and they added it to a playlist and then we smoked to it every day. And I couldn't go to his room and like not smoke to my music. And he was like, yeah, you're Tyler the rapper. Like to all of my friends. It was like Chance the rapper and Tyler the creator. And he like threw that shit together and was like, you're Tyler the rapper. And I was like, what the hell? And he was like, you're that boy, bro. And I would go down there and like I would like record shit in my room, run down the steps and like go down there and be like, yo, what do y'all think of this? And like get high, like comatose, and like play my new shit and be like, yeah, that's a banger. And wake up the next day like, dog, this sucks. But like it was good to smoke to. And so I get a lot of that critique now. A couple found my music the other day and like, oh my God, we can't wait to go home and smoke to this. And I was like, I make music for stoners, like on accident.
By accident. Don't even mean to.
Dude, yeah. So like my new thing that I'm manifesting, like not gonna hold you.
Okay.
My thing for the next 365 that would make my heart so happy.
Right.
Is I release the music. Like I spend some time working on the music, on a set of like a collection of songs, and I release it.
Okay.
And a group of 16 to 19-year-olds finds that shit.
Okay.
And it transforms that summer for them. Okay.
Okay, like a summer vibe.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
then they move into the next 4 years of their life with that catalog and the things that I subsequently release.
Okay.
And you become the artist for that demographic. And so then eventually, they're like, oh, he's him for us. And they equate everything that you do with that summer that they found you, and you've got, say it's 30,000 people in each demographic that are like diehard fans.
Right.
And as they grow into their mid to late 20s getting jobs and getting money, they're buying your concert tickets and buying your merch and supporting you. That's my dream. Is that a group group of kids on Tumblr find my shit and are like, that's it.
That's the shit.
Yeah, it's TikTok now. It's not Tumblr, and I hate making TikToks.
Oh my god.
I hate, dude.
You know, I miss Tumblr.
I hate talking to this thing. I love a camera on me.
No. You know what I miss? Fucking Vines, bro. Oh, shot o'clock time.
Shot o'clock. Shout out to Vine.
Shout out.
Are you taking one, Didge?
Shout out to your dream.
Shout to your dream. Cheers.
Cheers.
On the flow. Ooh. Yes, chef. Yeah, bro.
Oh, I hope that comes true for you, bro.
Yeah, I hope so too, man. That's what I'm working on. So, all right. What's your dream?
My dream? Bro, okay, so I have this thing where, you know, like phantom dreaming?
No.
Okay, so, alright, so like, I phantom dreaming is basically like, is like, you're dreaming but you're awake.
Okay.
But you like see yourself in the future. In a sense,
okay.
Or like how you picture yourself.
Yeah.
And you see it. And like you're that person, but you're not that person right now. So it's like it's like a phantom dream.
Jen Cicerno talks about this in her book, How to Be a Badass.
Yes. So like I do a lot of that, and like how
that's manifestation, right?
Yeah. It's like a higher intense manifestation.
Okay.
So like I do that, and like how I see myself, like dude, like I want this to pop off. You know, my podcast. My clothing brand, you know, I'm rocking my clothing brand, Beach Nation. Want to get that going.
What's the point of the clothing brand? That looks tight.
Oh, I appreciate it. You know,
Ben apparel.
Hold on, gotta show off the back.
What does Ben mean?
It's Beach Nation. So it's BTN for short.
BTN.
Yeah, Be True Nation.
Be True Nation.
Yeah, it means be true to yourself.
Okay.
You know, chart your course, be on your right way, and like discover yourself.
Fendi.
Exactly. So like, you know, my ultimate dream is I want to build a school for creatives.
Heck yeah.
And like get people who are in film, people who are in hair, cosmetology, all that stuff all together and just network.
When you say school, what age group? We're talking a college?
Oh no, I'm talking high school. Like,
high school.
Yeah, it's like
a high school for creatives.
Yes, a high school for creatives.
You want to be the Charles Xavier of creative people.
Exactly.
Heard.
No, and built my X-Men.
Yeah, I like it.
Exactly.
I like it.
Like I always see it. Like I see it in my head all the time. Like it has graffiti walls and stuff. Like have like the kids do graffiti on some of the walls.
Can they ride skateboards to class?
Yes, like you know, be creative. Be like.
I want to ride the ripstick.
Ride the ripstick, bro. I tried that as a kid. I cannot ride that shit. Bro.
Yo, I just found a ripstick with like the brand new stickers on it.
Right.
Like unpriced at a thrift store in Atlanta. And I went to the cashier to like check out, and he was like, "This doesn't have a price." I was like, "$5?" He said, "$5?" And like I paid $5. I just got a brand new ripstick. Yo, I'm gonna tell you this. I love the ripstick. The last time I rode one, I was 19.
Really?
I weighed 149 pounds. Okay? I got back on that bitch at 29, weighing 182. That hoe flies. Like, I was like, whoa. I don't remember this being this way.
Dude, I can never get the ripstick. I can never, I could never do it, bro. My thing was the Hillies.
Yeah.
Oh, I was fire with the Hillies, bro. Put the wheels in.
Your parents loved you.
Yeah.
They wouldn't buy me one. My dad said that shit looks stupid.
No, don't get it wrong.
He said, nah.
Don't get it wrong. It was the cheap kind, bro.
Oh, you had the ones from, what was it, Payless?
Yes. It was the cheap kind.
So
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I've always had a pride problem. My dad was like, you can get those. I was like, if they ain't got that H on the side, I don't want to. I want them shits getting confused for Helly Hansen. These shits had like a W, like a wheelies. I was like,
no.
I don't want that.
My parents was like, you either get this or not at all, bro.
Nah, see, so you're a good man.
So I was like,
this is what I'm talking about. I'm a bad man in disguise as a good man, and I have been since birth. I was like, nah. If it ain't the actual, if you didn't pay
name brand,
yeah, if you didn't pay $19.99 and send that shit in through mail, I do not want them shits. Like pre-internet, I'm like, if you didn't call an infomercial to have them box and ship to the house, I don't want
have the label on it.
What do you mean my aunt could pick them up at Payless? I don't want that. Like, I got a problem. I'm that same way, bro. That's why I'm be broke sometimes. I'm like, nah, bro. I got $64 and it's all going to my way.
See, like, I'm more that way now than I was when I was younger.
Yeah,
when I was younger, fuck style. Like, I didn't give a fuck.
See?
Now, I'm like, all right. You know, gotta be name brand, gotta be Nike, gotta be Jordan, gotta be this, gotta be that. Like,
shout out to my dad because he was that way. He was like, I don't care. He used to like buying shoes. He was like, the only thing that matters is comfort.
Yes,
and I was like,
my dad is. That is my dad is.
Dave Ramsey ass nigga. I was like, hey, look, I'm 13. Comfort does not matter, bro.
No, dude. Like,
comfort does not matter when you're 13.
Exactly.
It's what it looks like. It is exactly what it looks like.
No. All right. Look, my dad was the exact same way. Now, picture. All right. So, my dad that I talk about, he's my stepdad, but that's my dad.
Yeah, that's
right?
your dad.
Right. So I have an older brother and I have a younger brother, but they're both taller than me.
Okay.
So I always got the hand-me-downs because I'm short.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm always getting hand-me-downs. I never got new stuff until like I started paying for my shit.
Okay,
right?
okay.
So like when I start paying for my shit, that's when I start, all right, you know, I want to dabble into my style.
Yeah.
Doing all this. And he's like, why are you
wear.
wearing all this tight stuff? And everything like that. That's exactly how he is. Like, this is too tight. Like, you gotta dress with comfort. Like, it has to be comfort.
Bro, look.
Like, bro.
I'm gonna tell you this. The year, I don't know the year. I'm in 6th, 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Baggy jeans, butter Timbs.
Oh,
the black aviator jacket.
Yes.
With the orange interior and the hood.
Yes.
With the white tee.
Yes.
This is how I'm trying to dress. I circle all these items in a catalog and take it to my dad. I'm like, listen, like, it was the Timbs and I wanted the black forces. I'm like, Dad, this is what I want. I made it. Did y'all have Rugged Warehouse?
Yes.
Okay, so I went through the Rugged Warehouse catalog. Shit came in the mail. Snatch. Circle. This is what I want for Christmas, bro. Like, I want Timbs, jeans, jacket. That's it. Tell Santa I don't want nothing else. My man's goes, okay. He's like, you want boots?
I can already see what this is.
Jeans
and a jacket.
And a jacket that's too big for you. And I'm like, oh, you're being funny, yes. He's like, I will get that for you. I will get you exactly that. This nigga shows up to my mom's house. He's like, tell Tyler, come outside. I got a gift for him. I got him what he wants. I come to the car, I see like a bag.
Oh, you're excited.
And like a box. And I'm like, oh, it's got the big Timberland logo. He's like, oh, I'm gonna come inside. He comes in the house. And I'm like excited, bro. I'm like ecstatic. It ain't even Christmas. Like, I just got this for you. You told me you wanted it. I'll never forget, bro. I'll pop that box open and my heart sank. Like, I felt my heart like fall into my butt. Like, I was like, no. Dark brown leather Timberlands with like tight black laces and this like beautiful brown leather around the top, gum soles. I was like, are you serious? This is not Butters. I opened the box, not a white t-shirt, it's a button-down shirt. And the coat that he gave me was a giant pea coat. And I was like, nigga, what is this? I was sick, bro. Lo and behold, I wore that shit to school the next day and nobody could tell me nothing. Several months later, Drake drops comeback season. The cut in his head with the peak on it. I know you was this shit. I was him. I put it off before he did. I was him. He didn't even know. Trendsetter, bro. So I think it pays off to have a dad like that. What I liked most about what my dad did with the hoodie was like, with the big coat, it's like the niggas I hated was in the aviator jacket with the baggy jeans and the Timbs. He set me apart. It's the same thing your pop said with the K-Swiss. It's like, K-Swiss, did you ever have a Kango hat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, you're like real nigga credit score goes up by owning these items. It's like, all right, listen, like, if you had this in your repertoire at one point, like, you're very real. No. And, like, my pops really I still have that peacoat to this day. He bought it so big that now I wear it. Like, I want you to understand that shit was... No, he said
got an extra
big as shit. He was like, you want a big coat? You gonna wear a big coat? Like,
right?
Yeah, see,
bro. Like, okay, so like,
I love that though.
So
he was on my head, bro.
No, like I was never like into clothes back in it. That was like more my older brother's thing. Like I was more like in the video games. But like my dad would do this thing like, all right, so we'll ask him for Jordans. He's like, all right, this nigga gives us Sperry's. Opposite of Jordans.
That's kind of foul.
Oh God! And then no. Not only he gives us Sperry's, he gives us a size bigger.
Who your pops voted for in 2016?
I don't even want to say, bro. Like, I don't even want to say. That's gonna be cryptic,
you
bro.
can cut that one.
Yeah, that's gonna
I know. I already know from the I asked for Jordans and got Sperry's.
Yes.
Yeah, brother.
Yes. My dad was like, no, like you're gonna look this way, bro.
Yeah, this is what you're on right now.
Yeah, so like I had very shortly, like in high school, I had like a preppy boy phase.
Yeah, same. You had to. Every real nigga did though.
Everybody did.
Everybody did, bro. Because like I think some of it is like when you come up, right? Like, and I think this is part of being a creative, is you're not afraid to try different things, bro. Like preppy, like, yeah, cheers. I'll tell you, bro, all through college, and my best friend, Jamie Turner, shout out Mr. Turner, and his lovely wife, Chelsea, and their beautiful daughter, Harper K. Amazing family. My boy has, like, a beautiful family, bro. Like,
okay.
I look at, like, it's. I'll put you on to my homie, like.
Oh, yeah.
He's someone I talk to who's always dropping gems. We were... Oh, dang. I'm trying to remember where I was going with this. The first time I've gotten sidetracked this whole time.
No, you're good. You're good, bro.
What'd you say right before that?
Oh, I was talking about preppy boy phase.
Yeah. So all through school, I was like coat and tie every day. Like I was coat and tie so much so that when I was a resident advisor, my residents had a board that like they were waiting for me to come out of my room, and they were like, "Is he in coat and tie?" And they do another mark, and they like came to me and were like, "Bro, you've been in coat and tie every day for 64 days." Ran for college president, lost to Eric McDonald. Shout out Eric McDonald. Taught me an amazing life lesson. A great guy, lives down in Atlanta. And I was like, yo, I really got to be myself. And I started taking this creative design class. I was really getting more into my music. I don't know if you went on my SoundCloud.
No, I haven't been on your SoundCloud.
Okay. You'll like that. There's some like creatively different things I did on there that I don't want on streaming platforms. Okay. It's like a hidden gem.
All right, I got you.
Okay, it's like
I'm gonna tap into that definitely.
Drake used to have this thing where he would drop things just for the fans on SoundCloud.
Yep.
And like real music on DSPs. So I still follow that method because I think it's beautiful and brilliant. But I was like very preppy and like very like in the mix of you know, southern white culture, bro. I went to a PWI.
Okay.
And I wore a coat and tie everywhere. And one day we had this meeting, the president and some trustees and a bunch of people. And so I was a resident advisor, president of the Union Philanthropic Literary Society, president of the Minority Student Union, rechartering founder of college radio, a member of what we called Garnet and Gray on the college activities committee, runner-up to the student body president, on the selection panel for members of faculty.
I was doing it all.
Yeah, I did everything in college. I had 17 keys to buildings on campus, and I was in charge of almost $500,000 worth of like funds for the school. Okay.
Damn.
I show up. Thank you, brother. I show up to this meeting.
Appreciate it.
In a pair of jeans, like jeans with holes in them.
Yeah.
And a white tee and my hair up. Like I used to have a man bun my man bun. And the reason is the week before that, I'd gone to a meeting with the president of the college and the police chief and then other like notable members of the student body. And I was late. I forgot that I had it. And I showed up and I was like, I'm sorry for my appearance. And the president Stempert, still president of the institution to this day, looked at me and went, it's not about what you have on, it's about what you have in here. And that's why I have you in this room. And it changed everything for me. And I was like, I don't have to be preppy. I don't have to adhere to these standards. And we were standing on the steps in front of the meeting, and Jamie goes, this boy has been coat and tie every day for 3 years. Now he's a senior running everything, and you show up like this. Why? And I said, because I've showed y'all I'm him. I don't have to show you nothing else. And I said, it's not about what I got on. It's about what's in here. And that's why they got me in there.
No, you know what? That shit. All right, I'm going to make this point, and then we're going to take a shot. But that shit makes a lot of sense because, like, my dad always preached that too.
Yeah.
He was like, look, it's not about the title that you have. It's about...
Yes.
He's like, what you open your mouth with is going to speak to them.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter what your appearance is. Like, look, I kid you not. This is how my dad dresses on a regular basis.
Okay.
A t-shirt. Yeah. Baggy ass, like, jeans with holes in them from work. And, like... boots,
what's he do?
He does fiber optics.
Oh wow!
Yes, he's a contractor for fiber optics.
Oh wow! Okay,
one of the smartest people I've ever known.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's bread. That's a bread position.
It is. I learned everything from him. Shout out to my dad. You know, he's amazing. He taught me everything from life lessons to job etiquette. But anyways, like he's like, it's not about the title that you have. It's about how you speak and show people. So when you open this mouth first, you need to think here.
Wow.
So like that was his number one thing is think before you speak.
Yeah.
And if you can think before you speak, you got him.
I love that.
But he'll walk around in that and people respect him.
Yeah.
He could go in a mall. Like he could go in a mall, coming straight from work. Mm-hmm. And he loves my mom. He would never cheat on her or anything. But women will be like,
who's he?
Like, who's he? Like, who?
Yeah,
who are you?
Yeah. He's him.
And he doesn't even have to say that he's him.
Yeah, he just is. That's beautiful.
It is what it is. You know,
that's beautiful.
I don't have to be that. I don't have to like how he told me this. He told me this when my brother graduated. He's like, Nick, you're like me in a way. He's like, you're a lion, but you don't have to roar that you're a lion. And like that stick with me forever. Yeah. Like he was like, you're a lion, but you don't have to roar that you are a lion.
You don't have to roar that you're a lion. I like that.
But you know you're a lion, but you don't have to roar.
Yeah.
Because you know you're him.
That's big.
That's big.
Yeah.
And he speaks in a lot of metaphors.
I like that. I like that. That's a good man. Yes. I do want to add, caveat to my story. I didn't say I'm him. You didn't say I'm him back then.
I know you did.
We probably said I'm that nigga. Like to be honest, like before like you was him, you was like I'm that nigga.
I'm that nigga.
I'm that nigga.
And he
was like, why are you doing that? I'm that nigga. I'm doing what I want. And like, also you see the same way I didn't say it. I'm like
you know you like I'm him. I'm him. All right, let's take the shot,
right,
bro.
Cheers, Brody.
Cheers.
To the wrap up.
To the wrap up. To the wrap up.
To the wrap up.
Woo! All right, Tyler.
That gets harder as it gets warmer. That's crazy.
Oh, God.
Pause.
Pause. No Diddy.
Jeez. Louise.
Right. So, like, what I like to do when I close out my shows, I like to ask people to give advice. So, as we spoke for today, like, what is your advice to people walking in your shoes as an artist?
As an artist?
Oh, it could be as an artist or just as a person.
Be true to yourself. Give yourself grace. Be
that.
True to you. Sit down. My advice is sit down and figure out who you are and who you want to be. Like that, like vivid manifestation that you talked about, or the dreaming. Like what's your dream for you? Sit down and figure that out. Read several books. Read The Great Gatsby. Read
Facts.
Read A Separate Piece. Read.
Oh, you're putting
read the Bible.
Yep.
Read the Bible for show.
Yep.
Read Psalms. Psalms and is it Lamentations? Ecclesiastes, and there's one more that's literally just about like people be like, God hates me. Like there's books in the Bible that are like, God doesn't love me, because people felt that. And when you feel that, it's in there, and it's like, no, bro, God still loves you. Read those. And then figure out who you are and write it down. And then be true to that and make decisions that align with that, you know?
I'll rock with that.
If you want to be the Pope, what decisions the Pope got to do? Like, exactly. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be the president, what you got to do? If you want to be a garbage man and be the best garbage man, what does that look like?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter what you put on. Just
whatever you want to be. I think, you know, whatever you want to be, write it down and be that. So be true to yourself and who it is you see yourself as. You can always change. Sometimes we see ourselves as the wrong person.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't see what's right in ourselves. Give yourself grace, but be critical.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
we talked about that. Be critical. Be consistent. Be diligent. If you find yourself struggling to be consistent, ask yourself why. You either have a fear of failure or a fear of success.
I feel like I have the fear of success.
I have a fear of success.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Fear of success.
Yeah, that's bad. Like you're scared to succeed. I feel
you're scared to do well. Because there's a lot of dumb people
that succeed.
Almost said something else. I'm trying to keep it PG. But like,
good,
I know I don't have to, but I don't like. I told you the story. No. I don't like to do that on camera.
No, I got you. You don't like to do that in your music either.
No, I don't swear in my music.
You don't.
You know why?
I noticed that.
My dad made me listen to Will Smith.
And he didn't swear.
No, I had to study Will Smith. I got a couple songs where I swear and it makes me cringe. Yeah, I had to study like Sugar Hill Gang and like Will Smith and like. Yeah. I want my granny to be able to play it, but like my granny don't. She's white. She don't know. Rap. I love you. Shout out Granny. I love you. But like I don't know if she would get. I don't know. Maybe she's heard my music. She might be like one of my Spotify listeners. I don't know.
She probably is.
That'd be kind of cool. I don't know, dude. Like my advice is just like be you. Have fun.
Have fun with it.
My dad's advice: have fun with it. If you're not having fun, don't do it. Gary Vee says that. Yeah. If you're not having fun, don't do it. What are you doing?
Exactly.
Other advice: work out, eat good food, listen to Anthony Bourdain. His advice was good. Have the beer alone in the bar. Talk to the stranger you don't know. Get a Negroni. Get another one. Like look that quote up. Like that's Anthony Bourdain had a great way of living life. Do the thing you're afraid to do. If your gut says don't do it, don't do it.
I feel that.
Yeah. Pay for strangers' meals. Let strangers pay for yours. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
That. Hey, that was a good. That's a lot of good advice.
Yeah,
enough, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. So keep an abacus on you.
Yeah, abacus.
You should have an abacus.
I got you.
You should know how to use an abacus.
Yeah.
Don't worry about your credit score. It's horrible advice.
I feel that.
No, really worry about your credit.
I know.
Really worry about your credit.
I mean, we could all let it go down to the toilet. It'd be good.
Yeah, if everyone just said F it.
Yes. If everybody said F it.
Yeah, if everyone didn't show. Don't go to work tomorrow.
Exactly. But Tyler, bro, I appreciate to have you on here, bro.
I appreciate you too, Brody.
You the first one to bring gifts. Yeah. I really appreciate it for the support.
Yo, okay. Yeah.
Hey, look.
I'm going to say this. As you move into your life where people are having houses and homes.
Yes.
Take flowers and wine. Okay? As a couple, take flowers, take wine or beer. Never show up somewhere empty-handed. I think it's something that we're losing as a culture. I think it's a beautiful thing to do, bro. Like, when you come to someone's house, bring something.
I feel that.
And those two things are widely acceptable. You know, everyone loves flowers. Everyone loves wine, beer, a fancy juice, something, you know.
But
bring something.
I feel that. I'm definitely now, because DJ does that, and like I see DJ do that. Now I'm gonna start doing that because like I feel like when DJ does, I'm like, damn, like I need to bring some shit. So like I feel that. I really feel that though.
Yeah, bro. Thank you for having me, man.
No problem. Hey,
and thank you for listening to my music. I love that. That's dope. We both did our research. That feels good.
Exactly. I mean, it wasn't even research. Like I heard you when we was at your first concert. Well, not your first concert. The first concert that I saw you
at the 40 Watt.
Yeah, at the 40 Watt. And I felt that shit was dope. You know, I've been wanting to get to know your music more, and once I got to listen to it, like I listened to as many. I downloaded your whole album on Apple Music. So like I was
Southern Linen Summer.
Exactly.
Hey, we about to run it back for one of those. It's
God.
about to be one of those.
Like I downloaded it, I listened to it, then I listened to all your singles, your EPs, and I'm like, all right, I can vibe to this shit, bro.
Shout out Crush, my favorite track.
Hey, shout out to Crush.
Shout out to Crush.
Shout out to Lo-Fi Lenny, bro.
Exactly.
My boy from Leeds, England. One of the greatest producers. So Lenny.
Shout out. Now, all right, Journey TV, we love you. Remember, stay blessed, stay true to yourself, and follow your journey.
Amen. Life's about the journey. Be easy. Peace.